Good day everyone, welcome back to True Celebrity Stories. It's great to meet again. In today's video, we'll be talking about what happened to Cassidy and why he disappeared from the hip-hop scene. But first, subscribe to our channel and click the notification bell to get notified whenever a new video is uploaded. Cassidy, an American rapper from Pennsylvania, debuted in the hip-hop music scene in 2004 with his debut album, Split Personality. He was renowned as one of the city's top battle rappers as a teen, winning a challenge hosted by Philly radio station The Beat at the age of 15. Cassidy formed the Larciny Family, a music group he formed with a couple of his neighborhood friends in the early 2000s. They got their first break after signing with the Ruff Ryders label when they were featured on the compilation album Ride or Die Volume 2. Larciny, on the other hand, was quickly pushed aside due to the success of the company's major acts. Cassidy rose to prominence a few years later after defeating MC Freeway in a fight. Soon after, he appeared on Swizz Beatz' album Ghetto Stories as a guest star. Pleased by the young rapper's abilities, Swizz Beatz signed him to his label, Full Surface Records. In the spring of 2004, he released his debut album Split Personality following the release of his first single, Hotel. It instantly catapulted Cassidy to the top of the hip-hop industry, and it is still his best-selling album to this day. The rapper released the follow-up album I'm a Hustler the following year, which reached number 2 on the charts. He released 4 full-length albums, 7 music videos, 12 mixtapes, and 15 singles since then. I'm a Hustler, Get No Better, My Drink and My Two-Step, and B-Boy Stance are just a few of the smash tunes he's most famous for. Cassidy, like many other rappers, has collaborated with a variety of artists, including Swizz Beatz, DJ Absolute, Keisha White, Prince Nega Falaga, and Infamous Hayes. He's also been on scores with other albums including Lamar's The Games, Mario's, Alicia Keys, DJ Clues, and Leona Lewis's, to mention a few. That isn't to say that Cassidy hasn't had his share of problems. In 2005, just a few months before the release of his second studio album, the rapper was involved in a shooting incident that resulted in him being arrested on murder charges. He was released after serving 8 months in prison because the major witness recanted his confession. Cassidy, however, found himself in yet another tribulation just a year after the incident, when he was gravely injured in a car accident. In the fall of 2007, he was well enough to release a studio album. So what has the hip-hop artist, now 39, been up to since? Is he planning any new releases for the upcoming years? What happened to him? In the year 2021, where is he now? These are the questions we'll be answering in this video, so stay tuned with us. Cassidy, real name Barry Adrian Reese, was born on July 7, 1982, in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and has been immersed in the hip-hop culture since his early teens. He was regarded as one of the city's most talented battle rappers in his hometown. He won a challenge organized by the local radio station 103.9 The Beat when he was 15 years old. In 2000, he formed a hip-hop group named the Larciny Family with 2 of his close pals, Shiz Lansky and Cal Akbar, to start his music group. They got their first break after signing with Ruff Ryders and being featured on the label's compilation album Ride or Die Volume 2. Larciny, however, was quickly pushed to the back burner due to the company's numerous significant initiatives. Cassidy rose to prominence in 2002 after defeating MC Freeway in a match that garnered him widespread attention. Later that year, he was invited to guest star on Swizz Beatz' album Ghetto Stories, and he jumped at the chance. The music producer eventually signed the young Philadelphia native to Full Surface Records, his label, after being impressed by what he saw in him. Shortly after, in 2003, the musician released his first professional single, Hotel, featuring R. Kelly, a breezy ballad that became a major smash. Cassidy's debut studio album, Split Personality, was released in 2004. Cassidy's debut album, Split Personality, was released on March 16, 2004, as a collaboration between Epic, Ruff Ryders, and the Full Surface label. It had 16 tracks, all of which were considered to be East Coast hip-hop in nature and were produced in part by Swizz Beatz, who helped the rapper establish his career. Can I Talk to You, Pop That Cannon, Blood Pressure, Around the World, I'm Hungry, and Get No Better are just a few of the songs on the album's tracklist. Hotel, the album's main song, was released in 2003 and was instrumental in propelling the album to popularity. Split Personality debuted at number 2 on the Billboard 200 after selling around 118,000 copies in the first week. Soon after, the album debuted at number 1 on the US R&B and hip-hop album charts, making it Cassidy's first number 1 album. Despite this, it elicited a wide range of responses. For example, while all music critics called it a smash disappointment, Vibe magazine lauded it for its production and gave it a 3.5-star rating. Split Personality spawned the second single, Get No Better, which reached number 79 on the Billboard Hot 100 a few months after its release. I'm a Hustler, the American rapper's second full album, was released the following summer. Cassidy co-produced the album, which included contributions from High Tech, Les, Knots, Neo the Matrix, and Bink, among others. Can't Fade Me, Kick It With You, The Message, I'm a Hustler Remix, and So Long were among the 15 songs on the album, which featured a handful of guest artists on several of its tracks. B-Boy Stance and I'm a Hustler were two singles released in conjunction with the album. It debuted at number 5 on the US Billboard 200, selling around 93,000 copies in the first week, despite not being popular as his first. I'm a Hustler received a 3-star rating from Rolling Stone and a 3.5-star rating from Vibe magazine, and was generally favorably received. Sources like AllMusic, which rated it 2.5 stars, were among the less positive reviews. Regardless, the album reached number 2 on the Billboard Top Rap Albums and Top R&B and Hip Hop Album charts. Bars, the Barry Adrian Reese story, Cassidy's third studio album, was released on November 6, 2007. The album's contents were largely about his time in prison and his relationship with God, and it was named after his initials, and possibly because he'd spent 8 months in prison before the album's release. It featured 14 hip-hop singles, including Leaning on the Lord, Damn I Missed the Game, I Get My Paper, Take a Trip, and All By Myself, which were among his earliest works. Artists such as Mark Morrison, John Legend, Swizz Beatz, Eve, and Angie Stone made guest appearances on the album once again. Bars, the Barry Adrian Reese story, opened at number 10 on the US Billboard 200 upon its release, selling more than 63,000 copies in its first week. It received excellent reviews from sites such as All Hip Hop, AllMusic, and DJ Booth, and was supported by 2 songs, Innocent Man, Misunderstood, and My Drink and My Two-Step. However, sites such as Rap Reviews and XXL Magazine gave the album mixed reviews. The album went on to reach number 3 and number 2 on the top R&B and Hip Hop album charts and the top rap album chart, respectively, and is still regarded as a success. After that, he didn't release his 4th full-length album, Cash, for another 3 years. His first album was released under the Crossover Entertainment and E1 record labels, which are owned by NBA superstar Carmelo Anthony. Later, the rapper clarified the album's title, explaining that it's an acronym for Cass Always Stays Hard. The album comprised 14 tracks, some of which featured The Game, May, Junior Reid, Notch, Red Cafe, ARAB, and Naila Boss, and was produced in part by the artist himself. Music in My Blood, Hate Me or Love Me, All Day All Night, Girl Like Her, and High Off Life are just a few of the titles. Cash was ultimately less successful than its previous albums. It debuted at number 145 on the Billboard 200 shortly after its release, a far lower position than his previous efforts. Despite this, it finally reached number 9 and 11 on the Billboard Top Rap and Top R&B Hip Hop album charts, respectively. According to Rap Review's critic Steve Juan, the album didn't offer many surprises, as the lyrics were remarkably similar to his past efforts. While he gave Cash a moderate 7 out of 10 rating, others such as Spin were less impressed with its contents, giving it a 2 out of 10 rating. Cassidy hasn't produced any new studio albums since then, although he has a slew of mixtapes, including Mayhem Music AP3 2012, Don't Trust Anyone 2013, Don't Trust Anyone 2 Raw and Uncut 2015, Don't Trust Anyone 3 2015, and The Barbarian 2015-2016. In the 2010s, he also appeared in DJ Absolute's If You Love Me, Prince Negafelaga's In Offshore, and Infamous Hayes' Coast to Coast as a guest artist. Cassidy and Swizz Beatz were invited to the studio on New Year's Eve in 2017 for an interview with DJ Who Kid, but it appears that he got more than they bargained for. Following the Q&A, the two rappers had a wild freestyle session, much to the delight of the audience. In terms of recent music projects, the rapper's most recent release was the mixtape The Barbarian, which was released in October 2016 as a digital download. It included multiple cameos from Urk, Bishop, and Jag Angel, in addition to 37 tracks of rhyming and remixing hits. We've made it to the end of this video, so what do you think? Does Cassidy still have a future in the music industry? Will he release a new project very soon? Please let us know in the comment section. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to drop a like and subscribe. Oh, and turn on post notifications. Now, if you'll excuse me, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.